What is up, YouTube? It's Ubu the Tech Guru, coming straight at you. I'm continuing my Let's Play of Shank 2, which was, man, I am really glad I purchased the Humble Bundle 7. I don't know if it's still available to purchase, but it was a great buy, in my opinion. I paid more than the average. I think the average was around $6 when I bought the Humble Bundle 7. For those of you that aren't familiar, you can purchase the Humble Bundles for whatever amount you feel like. I mean, so technically you could pay a penny, but if you pay more than the average person, which was $6 around the time I purchased it, you get some added games. I think, you know, since I paid more than $6, I also got Dungeon Defenders and some other game. But anyway, so this is Shank 2. This is episode 2 of my Let's Play. And as you can see here, I'm coming up against the first, I guess you'd call him maybe a mini boss. He's not really a boss because it's not the end of the stage yet. You'll see later on. But I'm really enjoying this game. It's a blast. It's a side scroller, you know, just left and right, and he's got various attacks. He can attack from the air, and the screen goes all like kind of warp speedish right here. As you can see, I just did that, and then he does the, you know, he stomps him on the ground and did the the machete's crossed blade to like cut off his head. But this game is man, it's a blast. I definitely recommend you picking it up. As I mentioned previously, on my Shank 2 Let's Play, you know, I think it is available through Steam. You know, you don't have to buy the Humble Bundle just to get the game. You can get the game by itself. So I'm having a blast. I just got the chainsaw for saving this guy, and about to go do some work. So I thought I'd put in a commentary on my episode 2 just because I had a subscriber comment, you know, that it would probably be better with commentary. So I thought, what the hell, you know, I will add some commentary on top of the gameplay. And, you know, I was kind of thinking, well, what am I going to talk about? I'm not really sure what topics I have to talk about. I usually do my commentaries, you know, off the cuff. I don't usually, you know, write down pre-topics or rehearse it at all. I just kind of wing it. And, I don't know, I think you get a better feel for the person, you know, if they're just kind of speaking off the cuff and winging it, instead of having it pre-rehearsed and, you know, pre-recorded and starting and stopping the recording over and over because they made a little boo-boo or something. Those types of things don't really bother me. You know, if I make a mistake, you guys can hear it, big deal, you know, move on. Just keep, you know, recording. So, but, you know, one of the topics I wanted to bring up was, how was everybody's Christmas? You know, did you get what you wanted and you asked for from Santa? You know, that's a question that a lot of people always ask is, you know, how was your Christmas? Did you get what you want? Well, really, you know, that's not the most important part of Christmas. That's really not the meaning of Christmas, is, you know, presents and material things. You know, as Dr. Seuss showed in The Grinch Stole Christmas, the Who's, you know, basically, you know, were big material items junkies, you know, where they bought all these presents and maxed out credit cards just to buy presents and everything. So, you know, I guess I'd like to ask what you got and if you got what you wanted, but at the same time, you know, did you have a good time with family and friends? Did you enjoy, you know, a nice meal? And what types of games or things do you do when you get together? You know, obviously I know that you eat dinner or lunch, but you know, what do you do when you get together for the holidays with your family and friends? Me personally, and my girlfriend's family, and my own family, we enjoy playing cribbage. My girlfriend's parents also have this game that's kind of like, it's similar to Monopoly, but it's solely based around like Christmas. So you buy like shops and stuff that sell Christmas toys, and so the board is set up similarly to Monopoly, but it's basically Christmas oriented. We play that. That's a lot of fun. And so for those that aren't familiar, cribbage is basically a card game, and you use it with a board. where you count pegs and you hand out a certain amount of cards depending on how many people are playing. And you want to count to 15s, so like 8 plus 7 is 15. And you count runs and pairs and triples and quadruples and stuff like that. And so this is the main end boss here. He was pretty tough. I don't think I captured it, but just because of time's sake for the video. But I think he beat me a few times before I was able to finally beat this guy. He's a badass. There's a really cool part coming up here where it tells me to grab him because he's dazed, and I just go to town on him. It's really cool. I'm really enjoying this game, definitely. But so yeah, so we play cribbage and usually have the TV on in the background. Like I know Thursday, or no, what day was that? Sunday, I think it was. Whatever day the Packer game was on, we watched that, and they stomped whoever they played. I think it was 55-0 up until the very end when the other team finally scored. But you know, we have great conversations, and you know, it's nice to spend time with family and friends. I guess I want to apologize too real quick for the video. You know, was kind of laggy in a couple of spots because my computer is so old. I can't wait to get a new one with tax return money. But the recording software is obviously working while I'm playing the game, and it seems to be a little too much for my ancient 1.8 gigahertz Core 2 Duo. Oh, see, here's where it tells me to grab them, and I go to town on them. It's kind of neat. And it's really laggy, so I apologize for that. But so I have an old 1.8 gigahertz Core 2 Duo. I think it's a Prescott is the CPU name or whatever you want to call it. And I only have 2 gigs of RAM, and it's only DDR2, I think. Yeah, dual memory DDR2. So, you know, 2 gigs of RAM and an old Core 2 Duo is really stressing it for playing this game. I think I play it in 1024 by 576 or something like that. And so playing it and, you know, recording it with my recording software, which basically is FFmpeg in the background. But there's a neat little GUI, graphical user interface for FFmpeg called Kazam, which you know, is pretty neat and allows me to capture the gameplay. So, you know, I need to get a new computer is the bottom line. But it's coming to an end here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed episode 2 of my Shank 2 Let's Play. I'm really enjoying the game. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it along with me as I play through it. And I'm finally done with, I guess you'd call it, I don't know, level 1, possibly, you know, since I finally beat the main boss, as you just saw there. And let's quick take a look at some of the stats here before I end the video. Oh, we got this is the bad guy that's taken over the area, Magnus, you know, and he's just saying blah blah blah, let's rule, ah, and then he's got chest pains. He needs some blood thinners or something. And then his doctor here, you guys can't hear the audio, so the doctor is telling him, you only have a few months to live. I'm not really sure why, but I'm sure I'll find out soon enough. But so let's take a look at some of my stats here for the first level, the Dark Road Home, I guess. Took me 14 minutes. Base points 1,055. Explosions, man vs. Wild. I guess there's certain like hidden things along the way too that I didn't end up getting, like finding something said about finding a kitchen sink and using it right there. That'd have been kind of neat if I had done that. Fire starter 0 for 100. So those are just some of the stats and everything. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and look forward to episode 3. Ubu out.